Hello and welcome back to the lesson. Today we continue with the subject strategic management. The topic is the practice of strategy. Today we are studying the concept of strategizing. And in studying the concept of strategizing, we are going to look at four main areas. One is strategy analysis. Number two is strategy issue selling. Number three, strategic decision making. And number four, communicating the strategy. Those are the main components of strategizing, which is the social and the political process by which people actually create, sell, and implement a plan. That is to mean that it moves beyond the static document, the strategy document. It moves from the strategy document into the dynamic activities that shape the organization's future. So we have, first of all, the strategic analysis. In strategizing, first of all, we have to discuss strategic analysis, which is the work of gathering and processing information to understand the organization's position. It isn't just about reading reports. No, it's about making sense out of complex data. And some of the activities in strategic analysis could include PESTEL and also SWOT analysis. You carry out the political, economic, social, technological, and environmental and legal analysis. Then you do SWOT analysis. This is where S stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Conducting PESTEL and SWOT analysis, benchmarking against competitors, and also mapping the value activities. So the goal of strategic analysis is to identify the strategic gap, which is the difference between where the firm is currently and where it needs to be. You understand? So strategists often use workshops or what we call strategy away days to brainstorm and also to debate findings to ensure they aren't missing any blind spot. So that is what happens when you do strategic analysis under strategizing. When you say you are strategizing, then that is to mean you are carrying out strategic analysis, which could be done through PESTEL analysis or SWOT analysis. And the goal is to identify strategic gaps. A strategic gap means where the organization currently is and where the organization ought to be in, say, 5 years or 10 years. So that's the first aspect. That is number one, strategic analysis. Then number two, there is what we call strategy issue selling. Strategy issue selling. Strategy issue selling. Now, because strategy often requires change, the people who come up with the ideas, and these people could be the middle managers or even the planners, they must sell these ideas to those with the power to prove them. That is the managers. You recall what we discussed in our last session about the strategies. The middle managers are part of the strategies. The middle managers may have data or information that the top managers do not have. So there is what we call strategy issue selling. You understand? So they may have the ideas, but the ideas cannot be implemented before the ideas are approved by the top management or the directors. You understand? So a brilliant strategy is useless if the board does not buy it. That's why we are saying selling. You have to sell it to the board. The board has to buy into the idea. And one tactic that can be used in strategy issue selling is packaging. Packaging, bundling. There are many ways to package it. Is packaging. You understand? So there are many tactics. One tactic is packaging. That means framing the issue as a threat, which then gets more attention, or you can package it as an opportunity for the top level management to buy it. That's one way. Another way is bundling. Bundling is another tactic that you can use to sell an idea. That means linking a new strategy to an existing corporate goal. For example, there could be a new app which can help achieve a digital first vision. That is called bundling. Then there is also coalition building. Coalition building. Coalition building. Coalition building means getting other departmental heads to support the idea before presenting the idea to the CEO or to the directors. Coalition building. So these are three ways in which you can use to sell an idea. You understand? Yes. So that is also another aspect of strategizing. Then number 3, there is what we call strategic decision making. Strategic decision making. Strategic decision making. This is the formal act of committing resources to a specific course of action. It is often less rational than what textbooks suggest. It's less rational because it may call for rational normative model where decisions are made based on objective data and logical evaluation of alternatives. So strategic decision making may be through rational normative model, rational normative model, rational where decisions I've said are made based on objective data and logical evaluation of alternatives. There is also political behavioral model. Political behavioral model. Political behavioral model is another model that you can use in making strategic decisions. Decisions here are the result of bargaining, the result of power struggles, and the personal influence of the key individuals. That is the political process. That is the political process. And the key challenge here, candidates, is avoiding groupthink, especially where the desire for harmony in the boardroom leads to poor decisions because no one wants to challenge the leader's idea. So that is strategic decision making. After the board buys into the idea, because we say these are tactics that one can use to sell an idea to the board. Once the board has bought into the idea, the board can then use these two models to make a decision on whether to adopt the idea or not. Then in strategizing candidates, there is the fourth aspect, number 4, which is communication. Communicating the strategy. Communicating the strategy. Now, once a strategy is decided, it must be shared with the rest of the organization. Because if employees don't understand it, then they cannot execute it. So there is need for translation. You need to translate. You have to convert it. You have to translate it. You have to turn high-level corporate speak into daily tasks that employees can relate to. And that can be done through town hall meetings, can be done through what we call town hall meetings. That's one way in which that can be done. This communication of the strategy can be done through internal newsletters, strategy maps, internal newsletters, strategy maps. There are many ways, candidates, that one can adopt. That these are maps that show visually how each department contributes. So communication candidates, this is just about telling people what to do, but it also explains why it matters, and that builds shared values, as we studied in the McKinsey's 7S framework. Shared values can be enhanced through communicating the strategy. So this is the process, candidates, of strategizing. It begins with strategic analysis. Then there is strategy issue selling. Number 3, strategic decision making. And lastly, communicating the strategy. These are 4 important aspects of strategizing, which you've said it is the doing of strategy, the doing part. It is the social and also the political process by which people actually create the strategy, they sell it, and then they implement it. So that is the end of today's lesson. God bless you. Bye-bye.